Hey guys, it's Blue Eyes Master 91, and I thought I would do a couple of quick test hands with the Blue Eyes Despia deck I did a profile for. So let's get on into it. So, assuming that we're going first, we would draw. An interesting draw. So we have a lot of different options here. First, we can try to activate our branded opening. That would likely get an Ash Blossom, but the effect of Whitestone of Legend would then activate, allowing us to add the Blue Eyes White Dragon. So no harm, no foul. Next, we can normal out Aluber. Aluber's effect would then trigger, allowing us to add a copy of Banishment. Keeping in mind that we only run one copy of Banishment and then 2 copies of Opening and Branded Fusion. We can set a face down, the Torrential Tribute, and then we can play the Branded Fusion. Using Albaz and our Hex Seal. Summon Albion, the Branded Dragon. Albion's effect, by banishing 2, we can summon Dragoon, which we'd put up in the extra monster zone for now. I can set the Branded Trap card and then use Dictator's effect. Sending a Blue Eyes, that's convenient, to the graveyard, I special summon him to the field in defense. Well, you can choose whatever position, but I'm going to choose defense. Now, this is where you may not want to do this because you do have Dragoon on the field. Thus, Dragoon's ability, you need something in your hand. So you have 2 options once you have Dictator on the field. You can either use his effect to discard your Blue Eyes to summon a Blue Eyes, or you can hold on to the Blue Eyes in your hand. Personally, I would hold on to it, but that is a choice that you would have to make. Would you want to utilize his second effect, or would you want to wait? Assuming you waited, this is still not a bad board to end on. You have a Torrential Tribute and a Branded Banishment. Yeah. Dragoon cannot be destroyed by card effects. So even if you flip your Torrential Tribute next turn, all that would happen is you would pick your Branded Opening with Albion's effect. He'd go to the graveyard, and so would he. So you would only have your Dragoon, which is fine. So it is our opponent's turn, and let's say they summon a bunch of monsters. After the last monster is summoned, you flip your Torrential Tribute to cash in on the most monsters being able to be destroyed, and possibly interrupting further play. They'd likely have to end their turn upset. Albion Dragon's effect. How are you still in the bottom of my deck? Anyway, to add the opening to hand. You now have 2 cards in hand. We would draw. That's a pretty good draw. We would reveal the special, then activate branded opening, discarding the blue eyes. Now this is where it gets a little bit fun, because you can summon a Luber. His effect would trigger, knowing that you do not have anything in your hand to use Dragoon's effect with. So if anything is stopped, whether it's the opening itself or the Luber effect, you do so have plays. I'm just going to assume they're not going to Ash or do anything, because a lot of players don't run Ash at the moment. So now we have 2 blue eyes and 1 on field. It's a good time to activate branded banishment to target a despia or level 8 or higher fusion dragon. Let's target Albion. Now we are able to fusion summon using just the field. Never mind. That doesn't really help us. Thought it was from the grave for some reason. Anyway, so we could still use that trap later. We would activate the second copy of Fusion, which would be the more likely card to get an Ash. No, I wouldn't want to do that either. Fudge. I guess we do that. Wait a minute. No, that's fine, that's fine. First second copy of Albion. Its effect then activates. And you have more or less 2 options, because you can banish from field or graveyard. Hand, field, or graveyard. So, you can banish your 3 blue eyes. Summon up the biggest boy we have, our ultimate alternative dragon. At this point, branded banishment can be activated to revive branded dragon. Now, here's the fun part. We can use a Luber and Albion to go into our tax dragon. Of course, these cards are now banished, but that's okay. We have 1 blue eyes and 1 alternative left in our deck. Now we have 2 options. We can overlay into the Draglubian to go into Numeron Dragon for the overkill, which is actually what we're going to do. So Draglubian, I would detach. Yeah, I would detach one. I would use Ultimate Dragon's effect to pop any monsters on my opponent's side of the field. Oh! I cannot do that this turn because I used Branded Fusion. Never mind. Completely forgot it locks you out of using anything but Fusion. My mistake. But we still have options here. We can enter into the battle phase and attack with all 4 monsters, and that would likely end the game. If it doesn't, it'd be our opponent's turn. They could likely kill off our Albion Dragon or the Masquerade. Albion's effect would then activate from the graveyard. Adding the final copy. Oh, no target. So we'd have no target. Never mind. So, and keeping in mind that we really don't need negations right now, the only thing our opponents would be able to target would be Masquerade Dragon, because both Ultimate Alternative and Dragoon cannot be targeted by card effects. I never used Stone's effect. Oh well. So, we can use the Foolish to ditch Stone. And then we would likely swing for game. Again, if there is some way that they did not die from all of that, Stone's effect would activate. To summon out, I'd go Jet Dragon, because we still need the original Blue Eyes in the deck for the final copy of Alternative. Though we could have used Foolish to send Alternative, and then we could have gone into Abyss to add, but that's okay. So, again, the deck has a lot of really, really cool options. It's once it gets moving and is able to get itself going and isn't stopped, you can do a lot of damage. I'm not sure what the ban list will do to the consistency of the deck. That is something I will find out probably in a couple of weeks when I play this again at locals. I played it 2 weeks in a row, and I'm going to swap it to use Attic Nisters or Tier Elements, depending on what I'm feeling like doing and how I feel running Tier Elements at this point. But that is it for this deck video, or this test hand video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.